Hello, hello, hello. I am now live. Let's let Wolfgang in. What's happening?
Hey Ray, thanks for having me.
How's it going?
I guess I'll have to start with a good evening to everyone who's joining us tonight.
Let's see if there's...
Go ahead. I also wanted to go through the agenda, what I have for tonight. Just real quick. So yeah, some advancements with the picking the Ruko over here with 4 gins and 1 tapered pin. I created a custom turning tool to get tension in both directions. So right now I can use one of these turning tools to turn the core without using an extra one. So these are made from the metal that is provided by Moog Workshop at Moki, or was it moogworkshop.de, I guess, the German website. Yeah, these look like this. So I made some tapered ends for these, and they fit perfectly into the top of the keyway of the Ruko right there.
That makes life a lot easier to float then.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one perfectly fitting tensioner is definitely better than having two and juggle around, you know, two tensioners.
Yeah, my dog's going crazy at somebody walking down the sidewalk.
Alright. Now, let's see.
Beautiful. Looks like we got some people here. Newhouse is here. Hey, thanks for joining us. Vlad is here, and still kicking. How's it going? Still kicking? So, what are we going to pick today? I think we're going to start with this D9. See, I would start with this twin combi, but I am not having good luck with barrels. That's my cat. Oy vey. I'm trying a new spot today because normally I set up at my breakfast nook at my house, and I'm in my wife's way all the time. So today we're setting up on the kitchen table, seeing if that's any better. And it was until my cat jumped up through.
Well, a new location, that's good.
Yes, new location. That way my wife has a clear spot to walk by me to go finish dinner. It only took 7 weeks of pizza every Wednesday for her to get sick of it. Okay, let's pick some. Who else we got? We got some other people coming into the chat here. We got Jeff and Things. How's it going this evening? See if we can have not as much excitement as last week.
Right, I'm thinking about bringing my mat as well, because I'm going to probably assemble a lock as well on stream. I got the other Ruko over here, and I finished picking the back 3 pins and then the front 3 pins. So I tried progressively pinning it. I can definitely pick it when when it's not fully pinned up. So that's a good thing. I also realized something. I'm not sure, but I wanted to ask for your opinion on this. How do you normally reach the back of this lock normally? The Ruko with the Yale 1 keyway. Do you use like an 0.4 millimeter, or is that 15 thou for you guys, I guess, in the US? Do you guys use something like that to reach into the back, or do you just stick to your standard 53 to 23? What is that? 23 tau pick?
Yeah, see, I use a standard thickness. Well, no, I use a 0.5 millimeter pick, but
Okay.
that little trick that I told you about sliding up on top of the warding, that is what I do in my Ruco 500.
Yeah, well, when I do that, the core will start to turn, and I'm going to start like dropping pins when I do that. So I get caught up in the warding somewhere, and it turns the core. That's one of the problems that I have. Maybe I'll have to like hold the tension a little bit more stiff. I'm not sure.
Let me see if this is a Y keyway. Let me throw a Y1 key in it and see if it works.
Let me grab the mat real quick. Grab back.
Oh yeah, that's a Y1 all day long. I'll be doing this all night, walking back and forth between where I usually am live and here. So here we got this Yale. And it is definitely Y1 keyway in this ASO 500. Let's run through picking it to see exactly what I do. Chop it up, chop. Chop, chop. Yeah, still kicking. That is Wolfgang with me. Let's pick it using the Reaper. Number 3 hook.
There we go. The last 2 pins over here.
Getting ready to throw them in.
Definitely will do. Let me just get this lock out of the frame. Well, the holder or whatever this is, the cylinder holder.
Yep, that is definitely where I do all my picking from in this walk. I definitely slide. I go in and I snake it up around and lay it on the warding.
Do you crank up the tension when you do that? Because
yes,
if I let it loose, it turns the core if I do that.
Yes, I always crank up the tension because there are 2 things you don't want to do. You don't want to, as you're spinning it in there, rotate backwards and drop anything, yep. But you also don't want to hit any pins and set them by mistake.
Okay, this is where I mess up. Okay, now I know. Okay.
Yep, I crank up tension, and then when I'm in here on the warding, I'll let the tension slack.
Uh-huh. And you use a short hook for that, so you like snake around the warding like that.
Yep, that's exactly what I do. So let's get it out of here so that you can see. So I go in here and then I snake up and around the warding so that I can sit on this warding.
And then you use that space to what is that? To pick the pins, like you're leveraging off of that middle of the keyway warding, right?
Yep, that's exactly, because what I'll do is I'll have the tip of the hook behind all the pins, so it's behind everything, so I don't hit anything as I snake up into it. and then I'll pick the back 2 pins, which are the tapered pins in this lock. And then after I'm done picking those, I drop back down, and then I'll attack it from the front to get the gins in the front.
Alright, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Now I understand the errors of my way. I'll have to adjust, I guess.
I'm telling you what, you just made my day, because I did not realize that this was a Y1 keyway. I was like, boy, that sucks. I only have 1 key for this. So I can get other keys, because Y1 is super easy to get.
Yeah, it's fairly common here in Europe as well, so it's surprising to hear that it's common in the US as well. I mean,
yeah, it is actually quite common. Yeah,
Okay.
it's more common than you would think for, a European keyway to be common in the US.
Alright, let's see the insides of the sleeve gin core. So let's turn this one, and then we'll have to shim this from the back because of this tail over here. So just push in the plug and then slide in nice and slick like that. There we go. Okay. Getting one of those flashlight, what are those called, block followers pretty soon.
Oh, really? Where are you getting that from?
One of our LPU members, Fabiano, has his own design for them, and he makes 12.7 millimeter wide ones and 13.7 as well. And
Oh, that's really cool.
so those actually fit normal Euro locks, and the 13.7 fits Scandinavian ones, so Scandinavian ovals.
Okay, Ryan Fitz, thanks for joining us here this evening. I appreciate it. Yeah, Wolfgang, looks like you caught a couple subs. A couple people realized that you were in the live and went and subbed to your channel.
Oh, thank you very much. I have more videos coming up. I was just editing videos as I was waiting for the stream to start.
Nice. I tell you, I didn't expect to do anything on YouTube. I just kind of used it. I started it many, many years ago to make videos about my ferret, funny videos, and never did it. And then I saw that there was giveaways, and I'm like, oh, I'll make a giveaway video. That's kind of cool. So I did it and had fun doing it, and was like, well, this is actually kind of cool. So, and the rest is history.
Yeah, it's interesting how people use YouTube. I mean, for me, let's put it this way. Well, what I use it right now is basically archiving my knowledge on lockpicking, so that if I, for some reason, forget something, I can always watch it back and experience it again what I did. And
Yeah, it makes good
I
sense.
try to be very descriptive when I talk about stuff. It might not be perfect at that time, but it's a good way of archiving knowledge, so YouTube is
sure.
a great place for that.
Yep, I started doing it, and it's like, I learned everything about lockpicking by watching other people on YouTube. So if I want to learn how to pick this ASA 600 with gins, I just, put in ASA 600 with gins, how to pick it, and, somebody would show me, which that was actually, I think it was DMAC. I watched his video on the ASA 600 and learned how to pick gins by watching his video. So then I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe I could help somebody sometime. So that's our hope, is that we help somebody pick a lock someday.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, visual aid is always kind of more usable than just reading about things, looking at charts and stuff like that, or like hearing about things. Actually seeing it and experience it on hand is something different. Yeah. What I wanted to ask you, one more thing about these key pins from the Ruko. So mine are actually beveled from the top, so it's a little bit like tapered. I'm guessing these are overset pretty easily. I'm not sure how that is in the ASA. Do you have like a straight, like standard key pins in those, or are those also beveled?
Tell you what, let's find out, because I can't remember.
Oh.
But I have one right here. And it's actually got like a pinning rod or some kind of rod in the top that allows you to gut through the top real easy.
Oh,
what do we use? Let's use.
Must be pretty practical then. I mean, very useful. Alright.
Yeah, you see on the back there's just a little screw right here, and you loosen that screw.
Ah, it's a really tiny one. Wow.
Yep, it's a little baby screw.
Nicely flushed.
You just pull back on the rod, and there's the spring.
There we go. Uh-huh.
Negative. That key pin is perfectly flat and round on the top.
That looks standard, yeah.
Yep.
All
but
right.
the ones inside the Ruko are tapered at the top.
Yep, they are. They are. I just got it, the second one, and I was checking the pictures that Yagi sent me with my last order, and all of them, all the Rukos have these beveled key pins. Yeah, that actually makes setting the gins a little bit more risky. Like, there's a bigger risk that you will overset them if you apply too much force.
That is a fact.
Alright, start adding some pins here.
There we go. Let's check the chat. Jeff and Things said that giveaway entries are the gateway, and they absolutely are.
And your belt submissions as well, right?
Oh yeah, that's actually true too. Those were the first things that I did. Was I did my my blue belt lock, which was the... Oh no, I did a yellow belt submission, actually about a year ago right now. I did a yellow belt submission on a Brinks brass padlock. That was the first thing that I did.
Oh.
And then, it was probably another... I think I sat at yellow belt for probably, 8 months. And then I did my my video on the Packlock 98 Pro.
Nice.
Yep, so I skipped right from yellow to blue.
Okay, so you never opened a white belt lock for a belt? Right?
Nope, never did.
Yeah.
Nope, I skipped white and went to yellow, and then I skipped green and went to blue, and then... Wait. No, here's what happened. I skipped white and went to yellow, then I skipped orange and went to green. I used the Packlock 98 Pro for my green belt lock. And then I skipped from green to purple, and then from purple I went to red. So I skipped the belt every single time.
Okay. That's nice. Well, I started out with white belt. I picked one of those multi-pick cutaways with standard pinning. It was pretty hard for a white belt. Well, I had help, so I knew how the pins were set, and that was the first time I picked one of those locks with security pins inside. And those come with a mixed bag of security pins. So you have tapered pins inside, you have spools inside, you have standard ones, almost everything.
Yep.
But what I realized the first time I picked one of those locks is that security pins actually give you much more feedback than standard ones. Because the first time when I tried to pick a lock, it had only standard pins inside, and there was like almost no feedback. I was thinking, oh, holy shit, I mean, picking locks is hard.
That's it. It is. Until you start knowing. And it was about... It was probably around Greenbelt when I was working on the American lock. That it was like it's like a light switch turns on in your head where you like start to be able to visualize what's happening inside the lock. That was about where it was when I was picking the American lock. Why am I not able to pick this right now? What is going on?
Was that what we're trying to pick?
I'm trying to pick the Ruco 500.
Oh wow, okay.
Just as like
pins or gins?
There are 2 tapered pins and 3 gins.
Okay.
But I figured while I was thinking about gins, I would do a little practicing on them, get it open before I start suffering through the barrel pins. Because I got this ASA 600 was like my first real high security lock, and I learned how to pick gins, and it was a lot of fun. And so every time that I had the opportunity to get a lock that had gins in it, I would always choose gins. So like the Ruco 500 you can get with gins or barrels, so I got it with gins. The ASA 600 you can get with gins or barrels, I got it with gins. You can get, there's a ton of locks that you can get with either gins or barrels. I always got them with gins.
Yeah. Some extra info about Rucos. So I also got the Rucos which have tapered pins, the original ones, and I'm also getting one with hourglass. What are those called? Spools as well. So those are the old style Rucos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just for collecting all of them, and that's a great way of practicing the keyway.
Yep, I have noticed. I've been looking for an ASA 600 or an ASA 700, one of these, with all gins in it, and I have not been able to find one yet.
That's the 600 one.
It's a 700.
700.
I want the red belt variety that has 4 gins and 3 tapers in it. I've been looking all over, can't find it anywhere.
Yeah,
it'll turn up eventually.
Yeah, or you could maybe like buy one, like a donor, and then you pin it up.
Oh yeah, that actually makes sense because you can get regular gin pins on eBay. They're, I don't know, $5 a piece or something. I could always take one of the 700s that I have and rip out the Christmas trees and put regular gins in. That's actually probably a good idea.
Now we have the next challenge. So I never assembled one of these locks before. How does this work? So you put this into the back, right? This brass piece.
Okay,
and then
let's see
we
what you got
have
there.
this little piece over here.
Let's put you on full screen.
All right. And this probably sits like this, I'm guessing.
Yes, it does.
Trying to place it. Okay. Like that, right?
That is correct.
That's the actuator or so, something similar, I'm guessing. Alright, I think I busted up this circlip here, the brass one. We might need some pliers for this one, so let me get back to you in a couple of seconds. I'm just going into the other room to grab the pliers real quick. Be right back.
Yep. Give me a second to look in the chat and see what's going on. Yep, Jeff and Things, the gateway to doing YouTube. That is correct, because I never thought that I would be able to like set up a camera or do any of that stuff. I'm like, that's too hard. They must have like special equipment and microphones and special lighting and all that stuff. And by doing the giveaway video, I talked to somebody and they were just like, no, I just use my phone and I just set it up, XYZ way, and I use the microphone on my phone, and that's all I do. And it was like, wow, really? So I tried it, and it was fine for a little while. And then, you decide, I want to set my camera up somewhere. So I got something to hold my camera. And then, after a little while, it was like, boy, my voice sounds really bad. So, you get a microphone or whatever. And it's just a cheap Amazon microphone. I just clip it to my hat, and that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm trying to impress people, but I'm not really trying to impress people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean the quality of the stream is one way of upping your game in the streaming business, I guess. So getting the right equipment, having your microphone, your camera. I bought one of these 4K webcams. That's what I'm using here. I can always adjust the focus using software, so it works well. And I can always have that hanging from the top. Go ahead.
That is my next iteration of YouTubing. Where is the computer?
Oh, Madison.
I'm guessing putting back this circlip will not be that easy.
Okay. Sorry, my wife was talking to me. But my next iteration of YouTubing is I had my wife, she found a, crappy secondhand computer, and we were going to attempt to set up an actual camera with an actual microphone and run it through an actual computer and see how it goes. Because right now I have an iPhone up there. Nobody busts my balls about it being an iPhone. That means you, Nola, and you, Newhouse. But, that's basically what it is. It's just a phone setting up in a holder, and that is it. So we're going to try and evolve. I just went and asked my wife, I'm like, hey, where's that computer at? I'm going to show off my new used secondhand computer. And she's like, oh, your daughter has it. It's like, already? I've had it for like 6 minutes. Haven't done a single thing with it. And my kid already bogarted it from me. So how you doing with that clip there? Because I'm going to be honest with you. What I do with my clips is once I take them off one time, I never put them back on.
Oh, really?
Yep. Here is my little gutting kit. And inside that little gutting kit is a sack full of brass clips.
You mean disc gutting kit? The Huck one, right?
Yep. This kit is worth its weight in gold, man.
Definitely.
But what I use is actually, let me grab it.
I guess there's a possibility I can put this somehow back. Let's see.
I use,
I might need different type of pliers. Let's see.
I use 1.5 millimeter stainless steel piano wire, and I bend it into a clip shape. That way, let me grab my clip remover.
I was thinking of grabbing maybe oh, there we go. You have a nice specialized tool for that. I see.
Yep, I just bend it into a circle, like such, and then I can use the homemade one instead of the one that you have to bend. It's made out of brass. I just bent this one.
That's one way of doing it, yeah. I was thinking of grabbing some 3D printed circlips. They put those
That works
on.
too, because those are so cheap that it's almost, the way that I'm doing it is almost stupid. Because the ones that you can get from, like 44 Delta or one of the other companies, they're really cheap. They're like, I don't know, only a couple bucks for like half a dozen. The only thing that worries me about those is that, they can slide off. So, I mean, I don't know. They're probably fine though for in your lab.
I'm not sure what tool to use now. I never
But
managed
ones
to
that,
get this one.
like all my ASA 700s, those I have regular clips on, because these ones I don't really take off. I mean, I have one that I used for my black belt video. This one here. I took it off one time, gutted it, and then put it right back on, and then I'll never take it off again. Because these ones are grubbed, so they're really easy to gut, and I don't need to take the core out because I don't need to show that to anybody. Now that I have,
Yeah, grubbed. Grubbed is probably the best.
Yeah, grub screws are like the best thing to ever happen to Rocksport, for sure.
Alright, I think I have the right tool for this one. I managed to bend the circlip. Just made it a little bit bigger so I can fit the tail.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. I should be able to put it on. I'm not that clumsy. Let's see. Wait a second. Let me try with a different one. This one. Oh. Wait a second.
Hey, Isamu Sushi's here. How's it going, buddy? Noah, you're Italian and you still use Android? Ah, man. See? Shame.
And I think it's back on. There we go.
Beautiful.
Not quite. Wait a second. Almost. I took it off, I bent it a little bit, and now it's a little bit uneven.
Yep, it happens, I'll tell you.
There we go.
I've only ever broken one of them, but I hear it's pretty easy and pretty common for them to break after you take them off, 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, I heard that from Yagias as well, and from other people as well who owned Rukos before, or Asas.
Yep, so only do it when it's necessary, like.
Yeah, I mean, I could easily replace it, because Yagias has like a whole arsenal of these, so a huge
Oh,
issue,
really?
I guess.
That's good to know because I do not know where you source those brass clips. It's good to know that there's somebody that you can source them from.
Oh, yeah. I think it's sitting now. Well, not perfectly, but it doesn't have to sit perfectly. It has to just hold, right? It just has to hold the core, I guess. Doesn't have to be perfectly flushed, right?
No, no.
I mean, I could
You have a
maybe.
key for that one where you can check and make sure that it spins and everything.
Oh yeah, I do. Just a sec. We need the one with the this was a sleeved core. Yeah, it does work. Does work fine.
Yep, good.
That's this done, I guess. That's it.
Beautiful.
I was afraid to put that back on, to be honest with you. There we go. Let's go back to picking.
Yep, me too. I want to get something open because for some reason I was struggling with that 500. I don't know what's wrong. I'm having like a bad day.
Yeah, but bad days, I mean, those are so common when it comes to lockpicking. I mean,
Oh, for
if you
sure.
think about it, it's not the same as riding a bicycle or anything. Not a skill that you can just invoke at any time, you know, and do it perfectly.
I just
Oh, there you
realized
go.
Bumpy Bones has joined us. Bumpy Bones Locksport, welcome, welcome.
Hey all!
Good evening.
How's everyone doing?
Beautiful. I'm glad you're able to join us. I actually just so happened to stand up for 1 second to shoo my cat away and noticed that you were in there because my camera is above my face.
Awesome.
What are you
How's
working
everyone
on?
doing this fine day?
Let Wolfgang answer that one.
Well, I'm going to try and pick one of these sleeved Rokos, and I have another one with a counter milling, and these have like 4 gins and 1 taper pin. We're going to figure out how to set gins and then how to detect whether they are set or not. And we are going to practice sneaking around the Yale 1 keyway, try to hit those pins in the back. Alright.
Awesome.
What are you picking this evening?
Figured I'd break out my Schlage SC or small format core here. It's a Schlage Everest.
Oh, beautiful.
This guy I try. Got some new lock picks too, so I figured to give those a try too.
What'd you get?
The Valerian set from Law Lock Tools.
Oh, nice.
And I got the 3D printed handles here that I did my bowstring wrap on, so far I really enjoy them.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing the video on those. I've just been, I actually just finished, I'd gotten a set from Multipick. It's their Elite Dual Gauge 29-piece set, and I really wanted to put some time in, so I've been picking with it for, was it July, August, 2 full months. I got it the week of the 4th of July, so I've been going for 2 full months. So now I'm ready to do a review on it, and I wanted to wait until I was ready to do all of the reviews. So I'm going to have a big waterfall of pick reviews coming here where I do the multi-pick set, and then I'll do my Covert Instruments, Jimmy Long's, Bare Bones, Moki, the whole spiel, just one after another for weeks on end. So that should be fun.
Are you reviewing any multi-picks as well?
Yes, I am actually.
Which sets do you have?
Okay, let me grab it from my other area. Okay. Found it. It is the Elite 29-piece dual gauge set. So it has 5 Papa Keyway turners, double-ended. Has these interesting mailbox lock tensioners that actually everybody says, oh, I don't know what to use those for. There's nothing to use those for in North America, and I've actually found a use for them because you can stick the tip here into one of the security oh crap, the passive pinholes and a multi-lock interactive and tension using one of these.
Oh,
That
I
works
didn't
pretty
know
good.
that. Okay, that's interesting. If
Yeah.
you'd like, you could maybe demonstrate.
Yep,
Be
I'm actually
interesting.
grabbing one. I'm grabbing one right now because it is a very... I didn't know if it would work, but it does work. Let me grab... There's a multi-lock interactive. Interactive. Multi-lock interactive. There we go. So on the sides, you can see that there's these passive pinholes that they use for key control. So some of them have a pin in it and some of them don't. And they'll basically have little cuts in the side of the key that correspond to where the passive pins are. So that's one of it. This one's it. So this one here has a passive pin in between 2 and 3 and between 4 and 5. But this here, you can stick this in that hole and tension. You can go actually clockwise or counterclockwise.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I see what's
Yeah.
going on. Nice.
Very cool.
That's one creative way of using them. Nice.
Yep, because I was like, oh, the only people that have done a review on this particular set was Rocknoob, Bosnian Bill, and Michael Maynard. Those are the 3 guys that did a review on this particular set. And they were all done 5 years ago.
Nice.
So I figured I'd do something different with it.
And did you have any experience with the picks themselves? I mean, have you used them?
Yep, I have used them. I used them actually for 2 solid months because Multipix sent this to me free for me to review. And if somebody sends something to me to review, I really want to use them and give them a fair shake before I say anything about them. So I really wanted to use them for a long time and really get like a really good idea of how great they are or how bad they are. So that's what I did. I picked with them for 2 solid months. They're very, very nice. They're dual gauge, so they're 0.4 and 0.6 millimeter, and they have basically multi-pix take on the SS devs. So you have the short hook, the medium hook, and the deep hook. It's their, variety of SS devs.
How
So
do
I
you
knew I was
find
gonna
the? Go ahead.
I knew I was going to like the profiles. So now, what were you saying?
I was just asking about the handles. What do you think about them? Because many people, I believe, I mean, people with bigger hands, they don't really like the handles on these, from what I learned. But people with smaller hands, like mine, for example, they fit perfectly. I mean, I
Yes.
really like to use them.
Yep. See, they're okay. They're just. Do I like them as much as I like Jimmy Longs or Moki's as nice, big, fat, comfortable handles? No. But, they're still really good picks in their own way. I mean, they're really pretty. So for like a locksmith or somebody who does this as a profession, or if you're going to go to, a lock picking competition and you want to show off some really cool tools, these are great for that. You know what I mean? They're beautifully polished. They have cool etching on them. The only problem is my one pick had a defect from the factory, which was, it was unusual for sure. But like I reached out to him right away when I found out that it had a defect. Let me actually go through.
What was the problem? Was the tumbling done wrong, or was it
Let me
bent?
try and get her. Let me see if I can get it to focus here.
All right.
There you go. Right on the top of that shaft.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a divot.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's a dent,
So-
right?
Yeah, so I don't know if it was like a bad laser cut or a bad grind or it was in the tumbler and something frickin' banged up against it real hard. Who knows? But I talked to Dooley. He's the contact guy there, and said, "Hey, there's this defect there. I just wanted to let you know because I don't want to tell people about it. You be mad about it or whatever." So I told him, and he said, "No problem. They're guaranteed. Just use it. They're guaranteed for I think it was 30 years or something. So if it breaks on me 10 years from now because of that defect, they'll replace it, no questions asked." So what more can you expect from a company?
Yeah, actually, Multipick is very famous for that. The warranty on these is crazy.
Yep. So what more can you expect? You know what I mean? Do I expect them to put out 100% perfect picks in every single set that they put out? It's impossible.
Yeah, and
Impossible.
from what I remember, if you have any problems with them, all you have to do is just read the serial number for them, send it by email, and they'll replace it right away.
Yep, that is exactly what he told me. He said, just pick with it, and it shouldn't affect the the working of the pick. If by chance it fails there sometime down the road, just reach out to us and we'll replace it, no problem. So, that's great.
Very cool.
I had some of these arrived a little bit bent, I think. I might think about sending them back. I have the champion set over here. Second, let me grab it. So this is the one from, I believe this one came out with under the decoder's name. I have a little bit more stuff here than the standard stuff. But these, I think, wait a second, which one was bent? That one and... Yeah, only this one. This one's a little bit bent here. Not sure why.
Oh, baby, that does look bent.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh,
And I never even used this one.
wow.
Yeah.
That one looks like it has 100 hours of picking on it. Like, literally.
Yeah, interesting. I have all other sets, and I think I have. Wait a second. Which one is this? This is the V04. Yeah, I think I have another one of these. And I know what it has to look like, and definitely not like this. This is
Wow.
the P0.4, right? PN 0.4, yeah. So this is the 0.6 millimeter version, and this is what it should look like. Not like this.
Yep,
I'm
my
not sure
set
what
actually has.
happened there.
Yep, mine has the 04 in it too, I think.
I'm not sure what happened there. Just game like this.
Yep, PN04. Mine's definitely not bent.
That's not bent, yeah. All the other ones are fine. Only this one. A little bit interesting.
Yep, that's the thing. Are they going to put out? They make beautiful picks. Are they going to be perfect every time? No, nobody can do that.
Only.
yeah, I got the Sandman Vance set that they recently released, and they're quickly becoming one of my favorite pairs.
They make good picks. There's no doubt about it, and they're beautiful. Like there's no comparing them with the etch that's on them. You know, perfectly polished. The thing about multi-pick is I probably won't buy any more. Well, I didn't buy this one, so I should scratch that. I probably won't buy anything. The reason is that I prefer 301 high yield steel. That's a fact. I like,
yeah.
you know, I like when I put my pick in that I know that if I crank on it, that, you know, it's either gonna move the pin or, you know, I'm gonna realize right away that it's locked up. Like that's it. Like they just are so rare to freaking bend a 301 high yield pick. These ones, they're so pretty and beautiful, and I'm afraid to bend them.
I was just looking for that same PN06. I definitely have it in one of these sets that I have here. Oh, this is the same one that I just opened. Nope. There's also a bit of a change in the leather that they use. So these are like these feel like original leather, the old ones. I mean, these are the older sets, and the newer ones have a kind of a cheaper leather. I'm not sure. This is the Locknoop set. So let's see. I think I have it over here.
I actually think that I noticed that too, because the older sets, the leather seemed like more shiny and smooth, and the newer ones, you know, are, you know, more dull, and you can see more like wrinkles in it and stuff. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I meant.
Yep, I actually noticed that too.
Okay, a second.
Actually, one of my thoughts is in a future video I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the extra picks I've got from different brands and give them a good finishing to see which ones are more durable and which ones I can bend in that. When I was in college, I studied geology and I did a little metallurgy with it, so I kind of want to get back into that a little bit and just give them a nice little beating.
It's actually funny that you say that, because I did something like that. I mean, it's not super scientific or anything, but I took Southern Specialties picks, the multi-pick picks, Jimmy Long's, Bare Bones. Who else did I do? Bare Bones, Jimmy Long, Covert Instruments, Southern Specialties, Multi-Pick, and I set the picks up on top of a stainless steel parallel, and I put a weight on the tip, and I measured the amount of deflection in the pick tip, the deflection in the downward direction. And I think I measured, I think there was seven or eight lockpick brands that I did that to. And the number one, I did them all, they were all, were they 19,000? They were 19,000. And Jimmy Long's was the number one winner, followed by Moki Extra, then Bare Bones, then Covert Instruments, then Moki's Regular, then Multi-Pick, then Southern Specialty.
Have you also tried Moki's 0.6 millimeter one? I mean, you would have to normally create a custom pick, but I believe Moki also sells these 0.6 millimeter blanks.
He does sell 0.6 millimeter blanks. Yeah.
Those are supposed to
have
be pretty hard to bend.
Yep, they are really nice steel. Because I decided I was going to make some Moki ACAB picks.
Oh, nice! Wow.
Yep.
There we go. That was what I was talking about. Yeah. That's
Very cool.
0.6 millimeter, right?
Yep. There. Yep. MokeWorkshop.de pick blanks 0.6 millimeter.
Beautiful.
Yep. It's really nice steel, I'll tell you that.
As indeed.
It was a chore to cut this out. A chore.
Well,
Yeah, I
what
sit
did
there
you-
with a drop on a
cut out?
cutoff wheel. Yep, I just took a cutoff wheel and like cut a slot in it, and then came at it from an angle and just took bites out of it, and then shaped the last bit using a cutoff wheel.
But not a Dremel, so something of like a power tool, right?
A Dremel.
A Dremel, really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Not the
I did it with a
12-volt battery, I guess.
Yep, it's it's a power tool. It still turns at, I don't know, what is it, 10,000 RPMs or something. So it's
Yeah.
definitely better than filing it. That's for sure. But this is going to be my next one right here.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, it's going to be an offset
Gem hook.
gem.
Nice.
Yep, an offset gem. So like a DeForest diamond has that offset like that. It's just going to be like a DeForest diamond, except it's a gem profile.
That looks nice.
Yep, I've made several of them already, but I allowed them to get too hot. I wasn't thinking about annealing the steel. So I allowed them to get too hot and they became soft. So now I'm constantly keeping them cool so that I don't take them back into the annealed state.
Yeah, I think I DM'd once Moki about how to actually work on this type of steel, and he said something about you could like cut it for 1 or 2 seconds, then you'll have to quench it like right away.
Yeah.
So if you don't have active cooling, or if you don't have water flowing on the material as you're cutting it, well, I have to quench it every few seconds.
Yep, which is exactly what I did. I would sit there and cut into it a little bit and then dunk it in water. Cut it a little bit and dunk it in water, and I'd constantly be grabbing it, feeling it, making sure that it was cool to the touch. But I look forward to seeing what you do, Bumpy, because yours will probably be a lot more scientific than mine. I was a machinist in another life, and
Cool.
now I just dabble in metallurgy because the company that I work for, we do a lot of work with steel case dies and stuff like that. So we do a lot of heat treatment and stuff like that, and I am involved in that. So.
Very cool. Yeah, the one thing that I would love to do was when I was in college, I was the XRF technician for our department, and that's the X-ray fluorescence spectrometer. And so I was in charge of the lab, maintaining that machine, which was absolute hell. But I would prepare all the samples that would go through it, and it's a common machine to use in metallurgy because it will give you the chemical composition of the material. I want to see if I can get back in there and run a few of these through it just to kind of check that out. But I kind of broke part of the machine last time I was there, so I don't think they're going to let me go back in there.
Yeah, the company I work for, we have a portable and then we have a stationary. We use it to identify during process, like in case a billet of one grade gets mixed with another grade. In order to identify it, we can use Rockwell and XRF data to determine what grade is which.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I kind of caught fire to the furnace the last time I was in there, so.
That definitely can happen. We have one furnace that's there's an argon atmosphere in it, so you have to keep the argon going through it to maintain the atmosphere. But even if you're running something in it that doesn't require the atmosphere, it requires the argon flow to keep certain parts of it cool so you don't burn it up. And that was a lesson that somebody learned the hard way.
Yeah, with me, I had two incidents with mine. So we had an electric one, and the first incident that I had was I completed the circuit when I was removing a sample. So we used carbon crucibles, and I had my hand on the metal door when I reached in with metal tongs, and that completed a circuit with all the energy that was going through it. So that was fun. And then the second one was we had to heat the carbon crucibles up to like 1500 C. And so they're these bright, beautiful orange globes. And when I brought it out, I put it near the control pad of the furnace. And it was like maybe about that far away, a good 3-4 inches away from the keypad, but it still caught fire.
Yeah, it definitely happens. Yeah, I know. I don't work with the other material that we use. Like we do steel case dies, and then most of the inner dies are tungsten carbide. So those furnaces go really hot, like crazy hot, in order to hip center the cemented carbide. Look at this. We got the metallurgy Locksport hour. Oh, My dog. Such a pain in the butt. Let's check the. Oh my god! I looked at the chat for like 5 minutes. Let's check the chat. Jeff and Things actually just asked a question. Can you fit Jimmy Longs into Covert Instruments cases? And actually, you
my guess
absolutely
is no.
can. You actually can, and I have an old Genesis case because I bought the Genesis and the Echelon. If I could find the thing. Okay, so I got the Genesis and the Echelon, and I keep it all in the Echelon case. So that left me, oh, here I am dumping stuff all over the place. Anyway, that left me an empty Genesis kit, like an empty Genesis case. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll put the picks that I use the most inside that. So that's what I did. The Jimmy Long's 15 thousandths deep hook. I pick all my ASSA 700s with this. I have my bare bones. I think this is the Jade hook. It's their wide shank deep gem.
Oh yeah, it's one of the fingers, right? Oh no, wait a second. That's the one with the green. That's a gem hook, right? Deep gem hook.
Yep, this is a gem. It's the Jade, and this is one of the fingers right here.
Yeah.
That's one of those fingers. This is a 20 thousandths finger. Those are the ones that I use most often. I pick all my ASSA 700s with this one. I pick my all my gold locks, so like my gold D9 that I was just messing with. I pick all the top pins with this. I pick my gold Z. Always pick it with this. And then the finger and 20 thousandths. I use that for all my oh crap, I can't remember the name. Pack lock. Pick all my pack locks with this. So those live inside my Genesis case. You can fit 3 of them side by side with some assorted tensioners because I use Chris Capoon style universal tensioners all the time. I have a 1.3 millimeter Moki bar, a couple more wiper insert tensioners, and that's just what lives inside here, and that's what I pick most of my stuff with. This is like the one that I grab first, and then if I can't get it with this, then I go to my other picks.
I'm trying your technique right now, so I cranked up the tension, and then I squeeze through with this short hook. Around short hook.
Work.
Well, the
I got my fingers
is,
crossed for you to get that thing open.
yeah, the good thing is that I can actually feel the pins now, and yeah, I got the false set. So yeah, so this is one way of reaching the back, I guess. If you don't have a really evil bidding, I guess. I mean, I have a pretty mild one. So if you look at this one, it's a really mild bidding here. All the high cuts are in the front, like from 1 to, I guess, from up to 3, like.
Yeah.
Keep in number 1, keep in number 2, keep in number 3 is the highest, I guess. And then 4 and 5 are pretty low cut compared to the front ones. Alright.
Don't be too worried about bending the multi-picks. Nola says he beats the hell out of his. Yeah.
Only bent one for me. Ooh, oh yeah, I see. Well, the one that I was showing came bent, which was interesting. I believe while it was being packed or something, it got hung up somewhere. It bent somehow. I'm not sure. Because I got 3 other sets and all the other ones were perfect. Well, only this last one that I got had one of these bent hooks. I'm not sure why.
Oh, I see Chevy in the chat. How's it going, Chevy? Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Hey, and Stu is here. What the hell is going on, Stu? Okay, let's get something open because I've been sucking so far today. Let's open an ASA 600 with gin screws. This used to be my comfort lock, so
Alright, let's
I was looking
figure
for
out
this.
if number 1 got set.
I was looking for this. I couldn't find where my one Loki hook went, or my one Jimmy Longs. Because I went through a phase where I needed to have all of the Jimmy Longs. So
Oh wow.
I found a guy who had all of the V3s, and he was willing to give me a set of V3 flat hooks in 23,000s and a set of his sharps, so the diamonds and the gems.
Oh,
23
Jimmy has
and 19.
diamonds as well? Wow, that looks nice.
Yep. So these were from the last version. He has diamonds and gems in 19 and 23 thou. So I was able to find those, and then I got the flats and the rounds in 15 thou, and then I got his starter kit and his basic set. So I have
more than 1 gauge, right?
Yep. I have 15 thou and 23 thou and 19 thou. So that's quite a bit.
Nice. That's a nice set.
Yeah, I'm really. I got his tool roll to fit it in, but I have too many. They don't fit. So I had to put them in that lockjaw case, which is honestly the nicest, biggest, fattest case that anybody sells. The lockjaw case. You can fit more picks in this thing than any other case from any other company. So then I've had the Jimmy Long's case, and that became my case for my bare bones.
Say you wanted to fully use up all the space in one of those lockjaw bags. How many picks can you fit, like theoretically?
Okay, if you're talking, are you talking popsicle style handles, or are you talking?
Like Jimmy Longs, for example, one of those, or those called inject molded ones, or what are those called?
Okay. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. I could probably fit 2 more there. So that's 21. Plus 5 is 26. I can fit 26 Jimmy Longs in here and still have these 2 pockets to stuff in a bunch of tensioners.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty big.
Yep, 26 picks I can fit in there because you see I got 2 in each pocket and there are 8 pockets, so that's 16. And then there's the back here that you can fit picks in. You can fit 5 side by side, I think.
Oh. Yeah, this is
Let's see if we
definitely
can fit
the
that.
biggest case that I've ever seen for lockpicks. That's for sure. Oh wow.
Yep, amend that. You can fit 24.
That's
Thought you could fit
awesome.
26. But, yep, but it's pretty big. I mean, and they're definitely not crammed in here. It closes easily, and
Yeah, really nice case. Wow.
yep, and it's pretty cheap too. I want to say it's like $19 or $20. It's really reasonable.
Do Barebones sell those? I think I saw those on their website. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. This one here is made by Lockjaw.
So,
Lockjaw Manufacturing. They have a website, lockjawmfg.com, and then they have a store on Etsy. They're actually the company that makes this this pinning mat right here that I use. Lockjaw MFG. Hey, I have something cool for anybody who didn't see it on my live stream last night. Let me find my Reaper kit. Here we go. So here's my Reaper kit. And my Echelon Genesis kit that they sell. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but the magnets are opposite so that they stick together. And you get a lot of picks in a little space that way. That's really cool, I think.
That is very
You
cool.
just drop. Yep. And they,
yeah, you can stack more than one on top of each other.
that's it. And then if you want this one, they'll stay linked together.
I guess you could add a third one, like the Echelon case, and get a stack of 3, I guess.
Cool. I wonder if you could stack 3. We're about to find out because I have 4 of them here. That one is the same. No. That one. Well, you know what? Nah, I think 2 is the most you can stack.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess we
2 is the
figured
most you can
that out
stack.
too. See all the things you can learn in the stream. Wow. Okay.
This is their cool Tofo set, but I'll never use it to pick a lock because it's too beautiful.
Oh, it's etched. Oh, okay, I see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the layout. It's got a topographic.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is polished to a freaking high polish. So this is for display purposes only, I guess. All right, since we got somebody. Chevy!
Hey, how's it going?
It's going
How you doing, Rick?
fantastic.
Right on.
So we got with us here, Chevy is joining. We also, Chevy, we got Wolfgang is here with us, and Bumpy Bones Locksport.
Hey.
Hey, Wolfgang. Hey, Bumpy, how are you?
Hey, good evening. We have full house now.
Doing pretty well in the endless cycle of spool pins, and I'm constantly losing them whenever I get one set.
Oh, playing ping pong. Back and forth.
Yeah.
That is the curse
Oh.
of walk sport, is the game of ping pong.
Oh. Yeah, it's fine if you have to drop set something, but when you just keep going back and forth with it, that's tough. I think I had, which one was it? I think one of my Lockwoods has a bunch of spools, 4 spools in it, and it was just like you would set one and one would drop, set the other, another would drop until you figure out the binding order. It was a pain. I think one of the 120 series.
That is the nature of certain locks. Like certain ones, it's just the binding order is so important. Until you figure out what it is, it's just not going to open. Like this
Yeah.
one here, this ASA 600. If I don't get the binding order just right, it will not open. It just will not. If I do any order other than I have to set everything into the milling, then I pick pin 1, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4. If it's not in that order, whenever I pick pin number 2 in the front, I'll drop 5 and 6 in the back.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be that order, or else that's it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you have to get the binding order right. My ASA 700 was like that, too. It had a proper binding order. Once you set the tapers, it was like 2, 1, 6, 4. And there was nothing you could do otherwise. I just couldn't set it. But I do have an ASA 600 here that I would like to open, but I'm struggling with the key, with the bitting here. It's so low in the front. So I can't reach pin 4 at the moment. It just gets so low by pin 2 and 3 here. So just struggling to set pin 4. I can't seem to put it into the milling. So we'll see. Might have to make a pick to try and get. I think I have to go from the bottom, from the warding. I touched the front pins. I just can't seem to get it. I got to come from the bottom, but 15 thou is it's too thick. It won't reach, or I can't get up past that warding. You have the same keyway, right?
Yeah, I think I do, actually.
Yeah, like in the middle, it juts out from the left side, and then you've got the warding on the right you can pick from, right?
Yep. Wait, no. No, I have no warding on the right.
Oh, no?
Nope. Let me solo up. I mean, maybe I can go to. I don't know. Maybe I could set up on that ledge. I mean, it's not very much, but.
This style keyway for this ASA 600, it has a ledge, like some warding on this right side, and unfortunately, it's because of the bitting. I can't get under these really low set pins in the front to be able to get up. So it's driving me nuts. So I think I have to make another pick, or like a thinner pick or something, sand one down. That's like the exact same keyway as the Ruko. I was hoping to find one that wasn't as difficult, but the Ruko 600 here is like the exact same for the warding. It's got this this ledge right here on the right side, as well as this warding that juts out on the left. So it's the same thing. I can't get under. Yeah, they're nearly identical.
Well, you know what?
I'm on the struggle bus.
Yep, I've been on the struggle bus with this freaking combi for 2 weeks. I just am not. I don't know if I'm not getting barrels because I haven't messed with them very much, or what it is. But we're going to do something real quick for Stu. He issued a challenge earlier today to pick thumb cuffs off single hand. So we're going to pick real quick single hand. What I'm using is a bent windshield wiper insert. It's the end, the strap end. Go solo so we can see. It's the strap end. I put a
Okay,
twist in it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna pick it real quick with the offhand like he did. So pick there, and there, and then we're gonna try picking it with one hand. Okay, so we're out. Now we're gonna put it back on. And we're gonna try and get out of it real quick with one hand. Let's see if we can
Very
get out.
nice.
Ooh.
Hey Ray, good news. Your technique worked.
It did. You're open.
Look at that.
Awesome.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so glad that worked for you.
I just had to really learn to crank up the tension when I move up into the middle of the keyway. I always messed up previously, and I dropped all the pins. Like I lost my falset all the time. But now that I could crank up the tension, I moved up. It just worked. I mean, I'm not sure what the binding order is, but it doesn't really matter because I'm on the same level with all the pins. I showed you the key, so we're on the same level here. I just have to basically poke around, see which one binds. Now I can actually feel binding pins as well. So yeah, that basically solved my problem. Just have
Outstanding.
Yeah. I'll pick this ball one more time and then I'll gut it, I guess.
Beautiful. Chevy, the problem that he was having was that he was having trouble getting into his 500 because the pick is too thick to be able to pick from the bottom and get the pin.
Oh, yeah.
So I gave him a trick where you go in with your short hook the whole way to the back, like past the stack of pins, and then snake your pick up behind them onto the warding, and then you can pull backwards and pick the back pins without disturbing the ones in the front. And that's how I pick mine. I snake up behind them, pick the back two pins till it falls into a false set, then slope back down, and then I can attack the other pins from the front. And it worked out for him, so I am really jazzed.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, I noticed from your video the other day, your Ruko 500 has 3 gins and 2 tapers.
Yep.
Whereas my sleeve does 4 gins and 1 taper.
Yep, mine's weird. Mine's weird.
Same here, and then I also have the one with the counter milling inside. The one that I just opened was the one with the counter milling, and the one that I assembled was the one with the sleeved core. So yeah.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah. I have the sleeve core with the oval shape.
Oh, that's cool. That's the yeah. There's the ones with the oval holes, and the ones with the circular holes.
Yeah, yeah. And from what I think Artichoke's video, I think he was saying he found the oval a lot easier, a lot more forgiving
Okay.
than the circular sleeve. Maybe you've got more room to counter rotate. I'm not sure, but it is a fairly easy lock to open than the oval one. So you may very well be right.
All right, so we need some second tensioner here to float this. There we go.
Let's give this one more go, and then we'll gut.
Nice.
One. Now 5 and 6 don't have to be in any particular order. It can be either 6 and then 5, or it can be 5 and then 6. It doesn't really matter. And then back to 2. 3.
Oh, there we go.
Nicely done. That was the one with the. Wait a second, which one was that? That's a Ruko 600, right?
Oh no, that's one I barely have any pins in it. It's the Ruko Combi Plus, and I just started it last night, so I'm progressive pinning it. I'm just trying to figure out the sidebar. It's a very weird sidebar with these has these finger pins, similar to that of the twin Combi, but or maybe like the V10. So it's got serrations and a big gap here. Let's see if I can figure out. I can show you. These are the finger pins, and they have so you just have that bottom to lift. And there's fits into.
Oh no!
Oop. I'll grab another one. I'm sure I'm holding it in my hand somewhere. Let's see here. So I don't know if you can see the serrations that bind. Where are they here?
Serrations. You mean that there are like false gates in those? Is that possible?
Yeah, they're like false gates, and then there's a big true gate that's got to fit into that gap. I don't know if you can you see the serrations?
Yes, yes. I mean it's a little bit. I had there.
Oh.
I see 3 of them. Oh wait a second, 4.
Yeah. There's a bunch on the bottom, and then just one on the top. I guess just based on where that true gate sits. But yeah, it's got serrations on either side, so you've kind of got to. I can't seem to set it right away. I have to like click a couple, and so I'm trying to figure out the Ruko Combi, because I've got the Asa twin Combi with the rotating finger pins. I've got that pretty well gutted here, but I've decided to try the Ruko.
Oh, those are really unusual finger pins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're really odd. And it doesn't give you much room to play around underneath here. Just got that gap here, so you need a very thin pick.
Yeah, you
And the
definitely
keyway's pretty awesome too.
a custom one, I guess. If you don't have a flag, then you'll have to make one, I guess.
Yeah. I tried making one the other day. So I made this dimple pick the other day. I've got a 1 mil shaft on it, but I think even this is just still a bit too fat, so I've got to work on it.
Yeah. Oh, it looks beautiful. I like the texture on
God.
it. Nice deep.
Oh,
You
thank
make
wood.
beautiful picks. Holy cow.
Now to try to find this finger pin, which is hopefully on my lap. Oh, I found it on the floor. We're good.
Okay, so I'm actually looking for my pinning tweezers, because my combi pins are way different than yours.
Yeah, especially the
My
Ruko Combi Plus. But yeah, your acid twin combi would be like these finger pins here. I'll pop out. I should continue to work on this because I can pick all 6 barrels by themselves. I can pick the sidebar by itself. I haven't had much luck putting it together because
yeah.
The twin combi doesn't isolate very well, so you have to go back and forth, sidebar, top stack, sidebar, top stack, sidebar. You got to keep going back and forth, so it can be a pain. So these are the twin combi, the Asa twin combi finger pins.
Okay.
So they look similar, and then they have those vertical serrations that counteract with the serrations on the sidebar itself, making it much harder to push than that of like a Schlage Primus.
Okay.
Yeah, so you really got to give these guys a push because of these serrations. They grab onto the sidebar. Sidebar's got serrations, tough to see. I have serrations on the edge of the gate. See if I can. On the edges of the gates there.
There we go. Yeah, my serrations are like vertical.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you'd have tons of vertical serrations here, yeah.
Yep, that's exactly.
Yeah, so you'll find a lot of resistance when you're pushing or pulling on the side pins. So much so you may even have to give up a bit of the tension.
That actually makes sense. Very interesting.
Yeah, and then make sure you're always checking because when you're setting other ones, the finger pins might turn back. They might go back to a neutral, or they may move a bit. So make sure you kind of go through back and forth and make sure they're where you want them. Push, pull, neutral, push, pull, neutral, wherever they are.
Yeah, I made a special pick to pick the side, the finger pins, and then I realized that I curved it the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna grab it with pliers and bend it back. It's fine, It's just. But I was planning on being able to. It's pretty pointy, so I can move them back and forth, just rotate them, and then I figured I could scoop under them and lift them. But the scoop is facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I try and bend it back. People tend to use the number 10, the MP10, which is like 1.1 mil squared. Very small flag.
Okay.
Because you got to be able to kind of get in between each finger pin to be able to push or pull it, and then get underneath. So you kind of, sometimes you're going over them. You might push it, come over another one, or under if you can. But yeah, it gets pretty tough. So you need a nice thin pick. Hopefully that's small enough.
New house likes your pick too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. This is the first 1 mil shaft I've used. I've tried to grind them down to one. I think last time we were talking, the 1 mil were coming in the mail. So
Man,
So, yeah,
those
it's kind-
ocean blue colors, it looks really beautiful indeed.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, it was like a
More
Caribbean
like
sea blank.
Oh yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah, I
I've been-
appreciate that. Thank you.
Fine.
I've been debating on what direction I should go, whether I should go with making wooden handles or if I should go with pouring like acrylic resin handles. So there are good things and there are bad things about both. Like wood, I need to get a lathe, and that's a pain in the rear. You know, I gotta buy wood and frickin' make a mess at my house, and like what, that sucks. But the resin is also its own set of problems. You gotta mix the 2-part resin up. You gotta pour it in some kind of mold. You gotta get your pick into it and suspended somehow so that it doesn't move until it cures. So I don't know.
The
I
wood
don't
would
know. I
definitely
don't know
be
where I'm
easier.
going.
Yeah. To start, I think the
Seems
wood
like
would
the
be
wood's
easier. Yeah,
Okay.
turning acrylic is really tough. I found turning acrylic to be really tough, and I have a larger lathe now, but like the smaller one, I was able to turn one, but very difficult. So I would go with the wood. So like I had this small lathe, so I just used something like this. So it's just enough to do a pick on. You can turn your blank on here.
Okay.
So I've got like different ones or something. So you can buy the blanks themselves instead of, instead of making them. But you can. I've not had any success yet making my own blanks. I have some, but they're too soft. So I've not done something right. But I've made these blanks and I put them into just like a silicone mold. So I think using like blue, green, and gold, but they bend a bit too much. They're just not hardened, so I can't turn them on the lathe. There's just too much centrifugal force, and it'll just fly off. So
Do they whip?
I think they've been
They
hardened
whip
for
in the
so
lathe?
long. Yeah, they'll just whip and fly out. So I could probably make pin tumbler picks with these. You know what I mean? I could do pin tumbler.
Turn them
but
into
for some
scales.
reason. Yeah, they look like decent scales. But the wood, I think the wood would be easiest to turn, and you could use any old wood. Really. I think this was from like this pick here. I just took from some scrap wood. That was like I think like hardwood flooring. So it's from this block here. I just cut this block
Okay.
of wood, just some random wood. I don't even know what it is, but yeah, it's turned into this pick. So
Wow.
yeah.
Oh,
See, here I was looking at like olive wood blanks or something. I was looking, I was going to get like 1-inch round olive wood blanks and turn them down from that.
Oh yeah, I would do that. Yeah, I bought a olive wood cutting board. I just used a cutting board, and that's how I made the first few picks. Like some of these pin tumblers, this is olive wood. So this one was just from a cutting board.
That's nice.
I've got a few. I've got like Purple Heart.
Oh,
I've got a nice blank.
Oh, purple.
Bumpy
wood
knows
shop.
about Purple Heart.
Yeah, you have that really
Bumpy
nice
knows-
pick holder, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do carpentry on the side, so I had this big block of Purple Heart. I didn't quite know what to do with, so I was making a bench. I'm like, throw this on my drill press, drill some holes in it, and make a nice pick holder out of it.
That looked really nice. I watched your video there. Yeah, beautiful chunk of Purple Heart.
I got some more in the shop that I'll think about what I want to do with. I want to start making my own picks. I got one here that I made a long time ago from a blank I got from Sparrows. And I'm going to probably order some blanks from Lowlock Tools. He's got some nice ones, and start making some of my own picks, and probably going to do some wood scales with them and all that. You can
Oh,
get,
definitely, yeah.
off Amazon, you can get like end cuts from lumber yards, and those are perfect boards for doing like knife scales or pick scales or something like that.
That's a
Yeah,
great
that's
idea. Thanks for that.
Exactly where I started. Yeah, like using like offcuts at a hardware store, like a Home Depot or something.
That's actually a
It's like
great idea
these-
because I have
These are like
Have
shimwood,
two.
like pine.
I have two right now that I'm planning on making handles for. These are going to be my first two because it's for my black belt quest. For your black belt quest, you need to impression a lock, a 5-pin lock, and you have to make handmade lock picks. So these are my first two flags. I have a little baby. Let's go solo. I have a little baby. Come on, you bastard. I have a little baby flag. Right there. And then I have a nice big honking flat flag.
Ah, very nice.
But it seems like, wood is kind of the way to go because what you do is you drill a hole in it just smaller than 1.5 millimeter. Like these are 1.5, so I'd probably drill like a 1 millimeter hole, right?
Oh, then try and like compression fit it in, maybe
Yeah,
knock it
and
in with a
then-
rubber mallet.
That's exactly, and put like a nail tip on the end.
Yeah.
Grind a sharp point on it, fill the hole with epoxy, and frickin' tap it. I would probably tap the wood. I would probably vise this and tap the wood until I get it in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did with a couple of the tool handles I made. So I made this tool handle for the lathe. It's hard to see, but exactly what I did here, I grinded this. I bought this off of Temu. It's like a carbide bit. So I made this handle, and I just used some copper piping for the ferrule, and I put a bit of a resin on it and some cuts. But exactly what I did was drilled a hole. It was like 3/8 of an inch, I think, and then I grinded this to a spear point. So I did put some epoxy in, but yeah, I took off the bit and I hammered that in with a rubber mallet to get it to seat. So exact same type of thing.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'll grab and like leave half an inch stick out, pound it in, and then lift it up a little bit, pound it in, lift it up a little bit, pound it in, lift it up a little bit, pound it in, until I get it to where I want it. So I'm figuring have it be compression fit plus the nail tip on the bottom plus epoxy. And I figure that should keep it from moving.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I find the epoxy works really well. Even if you did like if that's a 1.5 mil shaft, even the 1.5 mils is really tight on it. That's enough that you can maybe get a bit of epoxy in and then hammer that in. It should be good. The 1 mil I'm struggling with, but yeah, it's a really nice fit. I don't think I have any that are already drilled. Oh, you know what I do? So let's see here. I've got this purple one I'm working on. So I've got the handle for it, bit of a baseball bat. So with the 1.5 mil shaft, it does fit in pretty tight. So I'll end up hammering that in. But yeah, so it fits in really well. So you'd be able to hammer that in.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe even if you gouge with a file, you gouge that, first few centimeters that probably get about an inch in with a bit. If you gouge it a bit, you could put that epoxy on. It should give you somewhere to grab.
That makes sense. Yeah, because right now I'm using a pin vise as a handle. And I mean, it works, but, I would rather have a nice handle on these things. I spent a lot of time making the pick tips.
Yeah, and if you're doing it for your black belt challenge as well, you know, you'll have some artistic points for making the wood handles.
Yep, that's the plan anyway.
Yeah, I've got a couple other blanks as well. I've got an African blackwood. I'd like to make one out of this. And then a piece of Blackheart sassafras. And
Oh,
a bit
nice.
of tiger myrtle from Tasmania.
Wow.
Very pretty.
Yeah, I think
What
the
was that wood
tiger,
I was looking at?
the tiger myrtle is like, I think it's $50,000 a cubic meter.
Woo!
Absolutely wild, like a very rare wood.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
My heart skipped a beat there.
Oh, when I heard that, when I went to the wood shop and he gave me that small blank, I was like, no, 50,000? I mean, 50,000 Oz, but still like 30,000 US. It's a lot.
Wow. That's still just a big number to frickin' drop.
Yeah.
Might as well make that pick out of gold, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these were just some small offcuts, so they're not that long, but should be able to do something with it. Did you get that Ruko back open, Wolfgang?
No, I'm
Or
getting
the-
a little bit tired, I think. But I managed to get the fall set a lot faster this way, so I guess that's a huge advancement compared to where I was this morning. But yeah,
I'm
definitely
so glad
getting
that worked out.
an open is just all about figuring out the binding order.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, Logan. Oh yeah, this is my latest conquest, the D9. I have this one, and I have one more. It's been my introduction into high pin count. Well, that's not true. Okay, so I started with this 11 pin in 2 rows. It's a Securemi K22. That was where I started, and then I moved to this metal 9J2X1, like a 9 pin in 2 rows, and then moved on to this one, which is 9 pins in 3 rows from 3 different directions, and that's where I got stuck. And I was there for a couple weeks actually. I couldn't get this thing open, and Lady Ox told me the trick. Hey, sometimes you just can't reach the pin at the right angle. Turn your flag upside down and go in above it and try and hit it from a different angle. And I was able to open it like within 5 minutes of her telling me that tip.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just spending some time getting these 9 pinners open, and then we're going to go into give a try to the big boy. Right here. The V18. That's going to be
Oh, yeah.
it's a big jump in difficulty, but you know, it is what it is. You eventually got to get there. So
Yeah. It's tough, the high pin count stuff, you know, you can't really progressive pin. You kind of just have to feel and get that lock open. You don't want to be pulling, you know, you don't want to be pulling that core often with all those pins in different directions and that.
yep, that's exactly what Georgia Jim said. He's like, you just need to just buckle down and freaking struggle bus it, because there's, you know, you can, Like I have this one here is the Mortis, and this one sucks. There's no progressive pinning this. This is awful in this format. But I have two that are in like a kick format, the Japanese kick,
Oh yeah.
where you can kind of pull the plate off the top. So technically, I probably could progressive pin it, but I don't know. I mean, it just seems like it's more trouble than what it's worth these days. Like, I progressive pinned my ASA 700, and yes,
Yeah.
it got me into it. But I was going to progressive pin my Goal Z, and I took all the pins out, and I pinned it up with 2 pins and picked it, and it was really easy, and I put in my 3rd pin, and it was really easy, and I said, this is a waste of time, and I fully pinned it back up, and I just picked at it until I was able to open it. We get this.
Very nice.
I don't think progressive pinning has as much, benefit once you get like certain locks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's just that inherent danger of, bricking it every time you open that up with so many pins and so many different directions. It's you wonder if the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yep, I watched Georgia Jen frickin' dump like a Cava Star with frickin' 30 pins in it. It was just pissing pins out for 30 seconds.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Like, I don't know if I would even know how to begin to pull this core out of here and get the pins out one at a time. Like, I'm guessing you have to make like a custom follower, I would think. I would think it would have to be like a solid follower with like a little notch cut out of one area of it where you can spin it and get one pin at a time.
Yeah, I would go for the solid follower.
Yep, I think that's like the way. I think that's the only way you can do it. Yeah, Logan said slide the chamber caps off. That works on this one, but something like this. I mean, I guess I could pull these and then replace them with brass strips. I did see a video where I want to say it was Legend of the Samurai, maybe, did it, where he pulled these plates off and drilled out this ring here and then replaced it with brass plates so that he could slide the brass plate out and got it that way. So I guess I could do that.
Another thing that you could potentially do is do grub screw. I got a peak core here that I pulled that off of, and these screws are a little too big for it, but I was able to thread that and using a tap and put some grub screws in there. So you want to be a little careful doing that, because depending on the pin size and how much room you have in the pinholes there, you can cause some issues if you have a pin that's too big. But it makes it nice because then you can just unscrew the grub cap and replace the pins and all that.
That's actually not a half bad idea for this. Actually, I probably could grub this because I think this is solid brass. It's actually a good idea. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah, I've done that on, like, I've got a Yale 500 I did that on, drilled out the caps on and replaced those with grub screws. And then I got a couple more that I've done that with. I got a storage, one of those secure bag locks here from Master Lock that I pulled the cap off and did grub cap screws so I could repin it. So.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for reminding me. I actually bought a lock to do an opal because I was thinking about Parky. Well, we're going to do this in 5 seconds. I'll be right back, You guys talk amongst yourselves. My wife needs me to tempt the turkey.
Okay. So I've got the my Ruko 500 here, trying to open it so I can show the oval sleeve on it. So see if I can.
You don't have a key for it?
I do, but
Okay.
might as well pick it.
Well, why not, I guess? Since
Yeah.
you're in the device already. I'm wondering, well, what type of key pins you have in there? Because mine have beveled key pins, and they overset pretty easily. I never
Oh, yeah.
expected Jins to overset.
All right, I'm back.
Nice.
All right, so I was thinking about Parky, so I got this. Who knows what this even is? Master Law
Was it
M1
Block 15? Yeah.
Well, looks like a Magnum or one of those XL ones.
Oh, 515, yeah.
Okay, Ruko is open.
Let's check this guy
Oh,
out.
nicely done. And you have to deal with that big circlip in the back, the one made out
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
yeah, not fun. But these this pin
Yeah, those pliers are pretty handy there. Yeah, I see.
yeah, that help a lot. And I think it needs to be shimmed.
Oh, yeah, I had a bad experience just the other day, and we're open. Okay, picked out a package. Had a bad experience with the Ruko 500 the other day, and I think that it turned me into a shimmer. Because,
Yeah, it's
like,
got
for the
this
longest
huge gap
time,
for the C clip.
for the longest time, I was just like, oh, you don't really need to shim. You just need to be careful. You just need to be careful. Well, it only takes like 1 second of you not being careful.
Yeah, careful is when you shim, right?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
That's exactly what happened. I was putting this core back in, and the pins fell down into this gap, the actuator gap,
Yeah,
and it was
the tail.
instant. The first
Oh, wow.
pin fell into it, and all you can do is just let it frickin' stump apart. That's all you can do.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
need to be really careful when you have the key inserted and there's no circlip in there, and then I had one of these almost the disastrous outcomes where I tried to shim it from the back, and then it pushed out the core a little bit from the other side, and one of the pins fell in, blocking the core. But I managed to shim it back, so I managed to somehow repair it. But that was really scary.
oh yeah.
Oh, I
It would be.
imagine. But anyway, I was just thinking about Parky today, so we're gonna pick this one.
That was a really quick opal too.
Yeah,
He loved
I mean,
picking out of the package.
yeah, it's what, a 4 pinner, I think. So maybe this will become my new shed lock. You know how shed locks they last for like 1 season and then they're freaking junk.
Yeah, just rust buckets.
Yep, that's exactly.
So here's so I've got it, the Ruko gutted. Yeah, and this has the oval shaped sleeve or holes here.
Yeah, those are easier to pick than the circular ones, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you get way more of way more of a false set, so it gives you a lot to counter rotate. So I believe them to be easier.
Yeah, I unfortunately have the circular ones, and then the other one, this one here.
Yeah, so yeah, I think you'd have tighter tolerances.
Yep.
But yeah, I've got the looks like the beveled key pins as well.
Ah, yeah, the oversetting ones, yeah.
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah, it's quite a big bevel on them. But yeah, yours was 3. Yeah, and this one 4, right? You got the 4 ovals on it, 4 ovals for the gins, and then just that one circular with no counter milling or anything for the taper.
Yeah, that's where the taper goes, yeah, exactly. Nice.
So,
About Parky, I got my new poker tips.
oh, great.
Oh, nice.
They're the ones the logo
Need
on
to
this
get me
side
on
is
the
one that
list.
Parky. Oh, definitely. Yeah, the logo on this side is what Parky designed for me, and then my original logo's on the back.
Oh, very cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, Parky made my logo, as well as a lot of other ones. Made a lot of logos.
Oh yeah, I tell you, he stayed up with me when I first started deciding to make a YouTube channel. I got super excited about it because it was like, I think I can really help people. This is going to be really great. I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing. And it's going to be freaking fantastic. And I was just so excited. He stayed up with me until like 4 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning making my logo.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I was just so excited. Totally didn't know what time I was keeping this freaking man up to. But he was so excited that I was excited. And it's just how great of a person he was. I mean, I'll never forget it. Never, ever, ever. And that's actually why this Lock Sport Live even exists. He said, hey, when we were talking, when we were doing your logo, you said you're an amateur radio operator, blah, blah, blah. I have this idea for a live stream. I actually made a logo for it. Check this out. And he showed it to me, and he said, I think that you should do this thing. And I'm like, that's a great idea. I'm definitely going to do it. And, I was busy. And, I'll do that after I do my progressive pinning thing. I'll do that after I get my black belt. And I was really upset whenever he passed that I didn't do it where I could have had him on it with me. So
Right.
whenever it happened, whenever he passed, I made the decision that day that I'm doing this live stream and I'm doing it right now. And it was that following week I set up the live and I started it. Did I know what I was doing? Absolutely not. Was it any good? Probably not. But I was bummed that I didn't do it when I could have had him on it with me. So I was determined to make it happen, and so here we are.
All right, so that's the first time I got this lock open.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. Well, what is that?
It's a American Lock A3650 with a Hager H1 core. It's 7 pins with 7 barrel pins.
Oh, and
Oh, wow.
it's a 5. What is that?
7 barrels.
I've
Are
been
they,
working on that
like-
for about a month now.
Oh man.
Come on, Pete.
I'm good at it.
Yeah, I think Bumpy, you did a video for I think Sandman's 5,000 giveaway, and you opened like 7 American locks in like 6 minutes or something like that.
Yep.
Right? You had them all on the vise there. I was like, wow, that is impressive. He just flew through them.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty used to the American Lock 1100s. I got one here though that is the bane of my existence. It's got crazy bidding, and for some reason the tolerance on it is almost non-existent. So it's like I've got it open like maybe 2 times, but it just does not want to cooperate with me.
Oh yeah, I know the
We
feeling.
all have those locks. We all have those locks that just refuse to play ball.
Yeah, don't they know they want to be open? Don't they know?
That's it. That's their natural state is open. Like that scene in
It's open
Happy
again.
Gilmore where he's talking to the ball. It's like the hole. It's your home. Don't you know it's your home? Don't you want to go home? Like the lock, it needs to be open. Don't you want to be open? Why won't you open?
So yeah, there we go. It's open again.
Nice.
That's so great, man.
Yeah, so
Beautiful.
I think your technique is the winner here. But I definitely have to, you know, practice it a little bit more because I tend to overset sometimes. I was just trying to figure out which profile I should use for the middle of the keyway. So I have these over here. So the middle one is the newest Moki Heija X1 with the wide shaft. And here we have the normal round profile, the blue one, right, on top. That's a little bit bent though. And then we have this flat hook. I was just using this one to set number one, and it just opened. So yeah, I still have to figure out which pick to use in the middle. But I definitely feel that the wide shaft one sometimes oversets the back pins, but it sets the gins very easily though.
Okay, so maybe you're going to switch to something a little bit thinner.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. And this is why I picked some of these thinner flat hooks from Moki. And that one prevented me from oversetting many of the pins. Anyways, I have 3 opens on this Ruko, so I'm pretty close to making a video about this one, I guess.
Ah, great.
That would be my first purple belt lock.
That's awesome.
It is, yeah. And thank you very much for the tips and suggestions. I mean, they worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I'm glad that you trusted me enough to give them a try, and I'm glad that they worked out. So.
Well, yeah, I was just love when somebody has a good idea. All you have to do is just implement it. But yeah, this turning tool is also a big help. When you have a turning tool that you can use like as a single tool, you don't have to worry about 3 tools at the same time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It helps a lot as well. So, yeah. Anyway, should we gut this one on the stream?
Definitely should.
That's the next question. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, first I'm gunning this one. I don't have to put back the circlip afterwards.
Hey Jeff, take it easy. Have a good night. I appreciate you coming, buddy.
Yeah, this is from Yagias, 638. Let's gut it.
The funniest thing about you getting your locks from Yagias is that you show him the key and he remembers what's inside.
Yeah, he does.
Like he has a personal relationship with each lock. It's like, that's really cool. Hey Bumpy, Nola wants to know what does the bidding look like on the 1100 you're having trouble with? He's kind of he's the 1100 whisperer.
Let me see if I can find the key. It's like a high-low, high-low. There's the key.
He's under the assumption, which actually has turned out to be right pretty much every time I've seen him ask this question, that when most people have trouble with the American 1100, a lot of times there's a no lift or extremely low lift pin that they're accidentally oversetting as they go by.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's the bidding. And so I got these really two highs right between two lows. And so it's like, yeah.
You certainly do. Those look like maximum adjacent cuts if I ever did see one.
Nothing better not doing this.
Like, let me throw it in vice and see what happens.
Good, that's what I like to see. Grab it by the horns and frickin' take her down. Okay, you can open any time now. Top stuff. What's everybody else picking at home? Anybody else have anything crazy that they're working on? Anybody going for a belt anytime soon? Anything? I'm interested.
I'm hoping to do my blue belt soon. I've got a couple of the locks picked. I just got to do the challenge lock.
Well, that was the exact thing that was holding me up. I picked my Paclock 98 Pro and ended up upgrading to a green belt with that video because I procrastinated on my challenge lock. And I procrastinated.
Oh, by the way, talking about Paclock, I just received their mail. Congratulations for opening the Paclock 98 Pro. I just
nice.
Today in the mail. Yeah, let's check it out. A second, I already opened it because I didn't want to fumble with that on the stream. There we go. These are the patches that they sent me.
Wow, they're even sending them international. That's freaking cool.
They do, yeah. Some nice stickers as well. So this is Pro Series Paclock 7 pin 200K club. There we go. Let's see what the mail says. Let me just check if there's anything personal on these. Yeah, there's kind of something here.
Yeah, they even sent to Australia here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they'll send anywhere. Yeah, I just got mine recently too. I think maybe in May, June potentially.
Your dedication, perseverance, and exceptional skills in Locksport have not gone unnoticed. We are thrilled to present you with the official 200K Club patch as a token of recognition for your remarkable achievement. Well, thank you very much, Paclock. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool when we do that.
Another cool thing that they do is that they have a list of special bidding of like really gnarly keys where if you email them and either ask for a specific bidding or you tell them, hey, I'd like you to pick me something from the special menu, they'll give you, let me go solo,
Leslie's in here.
they'll make you a lock that's fitted like freaking nuts.
Well,
Jeez.
there we go.
Actually, here's the one I'm doing for my.
Was that like a max cut then next to a 0? Was that it?
Yep, you got it.
Oh wow. Holy crap.
Yep,
That's a
so
good
there's
one.
that one. This one here, I emailed them, and what had happened is I was gutting one of my locks, and I dropped one of the serrated pins. Now there's spool pins; they're pretty standard, pretty much the same as like any other company's 2.5 millimeter or whatever spools. They're pretty standard. But their serrated pins are unusual. Like I've never seen one exactly like it. So I sent them an email and said, hey, I lost one of your serrated pins. Is there any way that I could buy some serrated pins from you guys? I can't find them anywhere. I don't know where to get them. Help me. And PacPrez actually emailed me back, the president of the company, and said, I'll tell you what, we don't normally sell pins, and I had mentioned to him, like, maybe I could buy some junk cores just to get some pins or whatever, and he said, normally whenever a core is bad, it's just bad, and we just throw it in the scrap and melt it down or whatever. And he's like, I'll tell you what, you're a good customer, you bought X number of locks, I think it was like, 3 locks at the time, so it wasn't a lot. You're active in the community. At that time, I was just on Reddit and stuff, but he's like, I will let somebody know that with your next order, we will send you 2 spare cores for free with your next order.
2 spare cores. Like a whole
Yep.
core with
Yep,
pins
whole
inside.
core. Whole core with pins inside and working keys, the whole spiel.
Wow.
Whole core with
Yeah,
pins and
generous.
springs and keys. Yes. And so I couldn't order from them fast enough. So I ordered this lock. And I said, oh yeah, I'm into Locksport. PacPrez is supposed to let you know I'm going to get 2 cores, blah, blah, blah. And because I said that it was Locksport, they made this lock and they pinned it up with security serrated key pins. And instead of having, serrated spools in the first 6 stacks and the 7th stack be a bump stop pin, they put all security pins in the top. So it has serrated key pins and all 7 security pins. And they gave me that freaking gnarly ass fitting.
Oh, nice.
Plus 2
Very
free
cool.
cores. So, and you know what? 2 weeks after they sent me these, I ended up finding that pin. So, isn't that how it always is?
Oh, yeah.
You freak out, you figure out a way to replace it, and that's when you find it.
Yeah. When you least expect it, you're not looking for it, you'll find it.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you having me on your live tonight. I do have to jump off because I got an early meeting tomorrow morning, so I appreciate it. It was fun, and I hope to do this some more with you guys.
Good to
All
hang
right,
out with you,
great. I
Kofi.
appreciate you coming on, and I hope to see you again soon.
All right,
Yeah,
sounds great.
It's been fun. Yeah. Good. Come visit us again next time.
Oh, definitely. All right, night all.
Good night.
Yep, night.
See you, man. So I'm trying to pry off this circlet. Same way I did it the last time. The last time I had to draw some blood. Hopefully this won't be the same way.
Terrible C-clips.
Yeah. Have to be real careful.
I'm looking at NOLA's latest crap, where's it at? Where's it at? I just saw it. NOLA's latest comment. That looks delicious, Ray. And I'm trying to think of what I had that would have looked delicious.
Maybe the key bidding?
Oh,
It must be. It has to be.
yeah, must be.
Holy crap.
I'll tell you, pack locks are a lot of fun for the, to pick open. They're challenging. They're really great locks. It's starting to grow on me getting the PL 410 Pro instead of the 98 Pro because the pack lock is a spring shackle, spring core, aluminum body lock. The PL 410 has the same core in it, but it's a dead shackle and dead core. And I kind of like that. I don't know if it's just because it's different, but I've been kind of into getting 410 Pros instead lately.
Yeah, the 410s are nice. I do like the unsprung shackle, like the dead cores. They're a bit fun to counter rotate, play with.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I got a few of these Master Locks lying around. Master Lock 410s are pretty fun.
That was actually something I did whenever Stu had his bashing heads with Master Lock. He was like, everybody go out and pick all your Master Locks. And I'm like, I don't have any Master Locks. Wait a second. I have some Master Lock 410s. So I lined up, I think I have 6 of them. I think I have 3 with the metal shackles and 3 with the nylon shackles, so 410s and 406s. And I lined them up and I was like, I'm going to pick all of these. And it was like, I don't know, a freaking 10-minute video or something. It was like super long picking 410s. But it was like the first one that I'm like, oh, I think I might have bit off more than I could chew.
Well, at the time it is.
That's it. That's the same thing I did in my... I decided that I was going to pick a high-level lock because I was talking shit with NOLA. And I was like, NOLA, I'm going to do a black belt lock for the Lock Chuck giveaway video. And he's like, no, you won't. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. And even though I backed it down from a black belt video or black belt pick to a brown belt pick, it was still a little much. I'm like freaking 15 minutes into this video and I'm like, oh man, I should have picked an easier lock. I'm so sorry. It's like, oh man, what was I thinking? Oh well, I eventually got it open, so all is well.
I stuck with it.
That's the thing. Like, I'll get into a video and I'll realize, 3 or 5 minutes in, like, I think this might have been a bad idea, but it's too late for that. The die has been cast. The story will be told. Like, nope. We're in too deep. We're going for it. NOLA should have done a Primus. I would love to do a Primus, but I don't.
Oh, sorry.
That's what mostly it is. That's what it mostly is when I watch NOLA pick his Primus. Primus, it's me salivating over a Schlage Primus that I don't
Yeah.
have one of.
I think your mic got away when you were talking about that Primus. You want to say you don't have a Primus?
Yeah, I don't have one.
That's a great introduction into the Twin Combi, because I think the creator of the Schlage Primus, he's the one who created those twisty finger pins,
Oh, really?
and then ASA kind of adopted it and changed it a bit by putting the serrations in.
That's actually kind of a cool little thing. Because I mean, I looked online and you don't see Primus cores all that often. So
Yeah, maybe Nola can lend it to you.
hey, open. Nice.
Or maybe he
You
can
heard
lend
it,
it to you
Nola.
if he wants to send it to Australia.
You heard it, Nola. He thinks you should lend me your Primus so that I can pick it.
Yeah, you do a bit of a lock trade.
Come on, mate. It's 7:30.
That's it. I don't know what he would even want. I bet you he'd probably like an ASA 700. I have a couple of those laying around here. He could, a lend and switch back or whatever. Maybe we'll have to talk about this sometime. Listen to that. I think we may have a deal in the works here. Nice. How's that gut going?
This circlip is giving me a hell of a time. Holy crap.
Oh,
Ah, come on.
Aqua. Let's do that. See if any of these Reaper tensioners fit the top of this keyway because I don't know. Oh yeah. 40 foul fits. That works. Let's check the 40 Z bar. Yeah, that works too. Well, let's give it a try.
Ah, yeah. This is how I did it the last time. That had to be bent upwards.
Isamu Sushi, thanks for coming, buddy. The live will probably be over if you're going to come back in, but my wife is telling me that dinner's going to be done here very, very shortly, so we'll probably wrap it up here in maybe 10 minutes or so. If anybody has anything they want to ask, anything they want to go over, anything they want to see, anything they want to say, if they want to get a couple more digs in about my iPad or Apple Watch or iPhone or whatever, you want to get in a couple more digs.
Probably have to watch this where we're back on the stream, but I think this lock doesn't have one of these brass shields in the back. Interesting. So you have full access to the pins from the back.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I'll probably will watch that on the stream. Maybe I lost it halfway as I was getting it. Alright, there we go. Let's see.
If a frog had wings, would it bump its ass when it jumped? Yes, it would. It certainly would. Now I know what happened. Somebody say something real quick.
This sidebar is killing me.
Beautiful. Perfect. I remember you said earlier, hey, your mic cut out for a second. I think that it was my earbuds starting to go dead. I think it beeped saying like, hey, I'm going to go dead soon. And that was what it was. And I was like, wait a second, I think that was that going dead. So I grabbed the other one, swapped it out. So we are now good again. Beautiful.
Alright, there we go. Let's finish cutting this. Let's start with the core. So this is the sleeve that I got. I think that these are ovals here.
Oh, nice.
This doesn't look like... Oh, wait a second, they're not ovals. These are circular ones. Wait a second, let me dump these out.
It's good. I want to at least stay on the live here until you get your pins dumped out. That way.
Oh yeah, it's almost finished. Okay, this one's beveled again. 2, 3. Four, 5. Alright, I've got the key pins out, all long key pins. And yeah, it's circular, look at that. So it's different to the one that Chevy has.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely circular.
Let's get this. Straight from the back. And we have number 5. That's a... Oh, come on out. Don't be shy. Yeah, that's a tapered pin. Tapered driver. Got the spring as well. It's a double spring. So these Rucos have these double springs. Something I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if my Ruco 500 does, but definitely, yeah, you're right. On I've got the Ruco Combi, and they also have those like double springs. Yeah, Ruco seems to like them.
Yeah, those are pretty brutal. I mean, compared to the single ones, these can put up a good fight.
Yeah.
That is
We've
a
lost
fact.
Ray in the
Oh,
process. I think his phone died.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, you're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought we lost you.
Welcome back.
No, I muted for 2 seconds, and my wife just said the dinner is done, so we're just going to let this play out so we can get this gut on video, just in case anybody wants to see it later. Like, because I'm pretty sure that live stream videos can be used for
Really?
belt submissions. So
I
I'm
never
not.
knew
Don't
that.
quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. but I'm
We
pretty
could
sure
actually
you can.
try. We could actually try.
Yeah, sometimes they'll accept them if they can see enough. If they can see enough of it, sometimes it's really hard for them to zoom in and actually see everything. But so I get it could be dependent on the lock. But they
Yeah,
didn't know-
because I picked the D9 on Lady Locks, and she was like, "Hurry up! I'm gonna put you full screen, get that thing gutted." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she like talked me into doing it on the live. I ended up losing a spring, and I don't know why I was so keen to gut it on video anyway, because it's a brown belt lock, and I already had my black belt lock picked. So
That's right. I remember watching. Yeah, you launched a spring.
Yep, I launched a spring and ended up searching for it for a freaking hour and a half.
Yeah.
Which I still haven't found it. I ended up cannibalizing.
Careful to keep everything in the camera frame so that the committee can actually see something here. But yeah, there we go. It's now fully gutted. Let me show you the pins. And here we have the score. Just go through this real quick. So we have a sleeve over here. It actually catches on pretty nicely. There we have a pin. Catches on. So let's put this back.
So we got four gins and a tapered.
Yeah, it's 4 gins and one taper. So this is the purple belt.
Very nice.
Okay, let me turn this around so that the Agias can actually. Oppa, see? Oh, that's my clumsiness. Just a sec. Let me put this back.
Oh, good. Everything's still there.
It just jumped a little bit. There we go. Push him to the side. And spin this. There we go.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
638 from Yagias. Picked and got it. Thank you very much.
Perfect. I got my Ruko from Yagias as well. Good guy.
Yep, I'm super jazzed for you that you got that thing open.
Oh yeah.
If I got my 500 from, you got yours from Yagias. Chevy got his from Yagias. I ended up getting mine as part of I bought some locks from Left Hand Loki, and he was like, "You bought a crap pile of locks from me. I'm just gonna throw this one in for you." And he gave this one to me as a freebie.
Very generous of him. Nice.
Yeah, he even had a key with it too, so it was extra special generous. I was super jazzed.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
That's awesome indeed.
Yep, he's definitely a good guy if you're looking for some locks. He's got some nice ones. He picked some pretty...
Oh, wait.
What did I buy from him? I got crap, let me think of what I got from him. I got this Securemi from him. I bought this metal from him. I bought a Niwa DS. I bought a... oh crap, what's that Taiwanese lock? Oh crap, it's a Taiwanese padlock. A Zeta.
Zeta. Oh wow. Those things, okay.
Yeah, it's almost like a smiley dimple lock, sort of, but not quite.
Yeah. Nice.
I've never
have
gotten
you
this guy
this
open.
one?
If I've never gotten this one open yet, but
Oh, no, never got it open. Okay.
what else did I get from him? I got an Asa 700, one of these. The Ruko. I don't know, it's about 10 locks I bought from him, so.
Oh, nice.
Anyways,
Keep you busy.
before I leave or before we end the stream, I just wanted to ask, what should I pick next for my purple belt? I have a couple of locks here. A second, I'm just gonna grab a few. I was thinking, I have some Medicos and I also have the Lockman Mega Cross.
Ooh.
What would you recommend?
Me, myself, I
go
would
for the
pick the
Medico.
Lockman Mega Cross. I would pick the Mega Cross, but that's me.
Mega Cross. Alright. Yeah, so sounds good. I love me some dimple locks. That's for sure.
Chevy said that he would go with the Medico, though. I mean,
Medical.
I don't know.
Or wait a second. We have something else here. Let me just grab it from the box. Oh, there we go. I have these Lockwood twins.
Oh yeah, go for the twin. Go for the twin.
Ooh.
So these
Man, you got some cool ass locks.
So this is something that I got from from Weasel.
Where'd you get the Lockwood twin?
Lockwood twin is from Weasel. Well, let me go grab his poker chip. Just a sec.
I'm sub to Weasel's channel. I haven't seen him very active lately, but he was just kind of getting started whenever I started mine.
Yeah, I think he has some issues at this time. That was one of the reasons he decided to sell some of his locks, because he couldn't spend more time picking, unfortunately, because of real life issues. But there you have it. These are the Lockwoods from Weasel, and we have these keys for them. So 2 for each. Lockwood 23 for B45. That's that one.
Yeah.
And I got this a little bit weird out one. Same model. And I think this one fits this one. Yeah, this opens nicely. And this one can be gutted from what I understand.
That one might be an old tapered then. Old taper pin as opposed to the spools. I have a keyless Lockwood twin here that I opened up a week or two ago. So I haven't put it back together just because I don't have a key for it. So if I can end up grabbing a key, maybe I could repin it.
All right, so you guys are you would go for the Lockwood instead of the Megacross or the Medicos. I have the Medicos over here. Wait a second, let me grab those as well.
The Medicos are fun
Yeah,
because they'll teach you tension control and rotating the key pins. Can be quite difficult. So I mean, I think you'll learn a lot off the Medico. I love dimple lock, so definitely the Megacross. And of course, I live in Australia, so the twin. I've opened up maybe 3 or 4 twins, and they can be pretty difficult actually. The spools sometimes have to be preset, so the twin can be really hard. But only a 3-pin sidebar, which isn't too bad.
From the Medicos, yeah. So sorry that I'm interrupting here. From the Medicos, I have lots of models. I have the biaxial, the original, the M3. So I'm not sure which one I should pick. I also have the Duracam, but that's a brown belt.
Oh yeah, and the Duracam's dimple, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that'd be really neat. But I would go the M3. I think the M3 is probably the best out of all of them because you have that slider like that detent. So once you set your rotations, if you get a bit of a false set, you can hit the detent, and then you'll get even more of a false set. Then your rotations are locked in, and that way you can't, after that you can't drop or you can't move the rotation. So you can try picking it. You can pick the top stack, and if you don't like it, you can let it go, and your rotations will still be set. So you can keep trying to get the top after. So the M3 is probably the best of those.
Okay. So you can basically just separate the two mechanics from each other. You don't have to deal with them at the same time. Is that what I'm getting here?
Yeah, basically, yeah. If you pick counterclockwise, for the majority, the most part, you set the rotations first. And with the M3, if you set the rotations, you can hit the detent on that slider, and it pushes a bar behind the sidebar. So it basically locks your rotations in, so you don't have to worry when you let it go, like if you've overset something or you don't like, how you've gone with your binding order on the top. you can let it go and you'll still have your rotation set.
Okay. Okay, that sounds, and the keyway is also pretty I think it's pretty easy compared to the Ruko that I just picked. It's
Yeah.
very
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a huge fat keyway. Yeah. I think for the M3, I use like an Allen key
Wow.
to
Yeah.
I think I used a Moki 2mm for my M3.
yeah,
There it
here's the
is.
M3 here. Yeah, like a 2 mil would work, which I don't have. So I just use this Allen key, to be honest, and just like a giant tensioner, this M3. Yeah, you can set it, and then you got that detent in the bottom right, so you push that, and then you're basically locked into place. So then you can try on your top, and if you don't like it, you can reset it. You still got your rotation set, and then you can pick. So that's probably the safer of them to do is the M3.
Okay, the M3. All right. This one's actually brand new. I got 2 of these. I just received one from CMFXA as well. That's an older one. This one's brand new. Okay, before we move on to the next lock, let me just grab the second M3. Yeah, it's this one.
Yeah, and here's the Lockwood Twin, the keyless one I had there. So I didn't put anything back, but
Oh,
I have it in an oval.
it's just freely turning like that. Doesn't lock up.
Oh yeah.
Or there are no pins inside, or what's going on there?
Oh yeah. So it was keyless, so I picked it, and then I have all the pins
Okay.
in a tray. I just didn't want to put it back. I'm going to see if I can get a key for it, maybe pin it up or figure
Oh, nice.
something out.
Yeah, this is the second M3. This is a brass one. Looks nicely. And you can pick the medicals in both the directions, right? So it doesn't matter. Either you pick it like counterclockwise or clockwise.
Yeah, you can pick in both directions, and each direction will bind something first. So usually, if you tension clockwise, the top stack will bind first. So you'd have to pick the top stack, and then you set your rotations. Whereas counterclockwise, you'd have to set your rotations first. The sidebar will bind first, and then you pick the top, which is the way I like to pick them.
Yeah. Another option maybe is this MNC Matrix, which is a pin tumbler with some sliders inside. Oh, no. Like this. It's a €0.5.
Oh yeah.
So also something that I have. I hear it's pretty fun. I mean, Georgia Jim, who was wait a second. Is this the right one? Oh yeah, it is. Was recommending this one. But I'm not sure. I mean, we are definitely drowning in options here.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like you have a lot.
Yeah, it does seem like you have a
to
lot
choose
of
from.
belt locks.
And I have this detainer as well, the Ankorless from Finland. It's a
Cool.
huge lock, but I'm not good at picking these detainers just yet.
Yeah, I've never picked one myself, so I couldn't offer any advice on that.
Yeah, that will probably be Lockchuck's desk, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I would speak to Lockchuck about the disc detainers.
All right. So yeah, so far we have lots of votes for medical, right?
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do that in my opinion, and I would tension it counterclockwise. Set the rotations first, and then you can play with the top stack. In my
Well-
opinion, but that one will teach you a lot. You'll learn a lot from the medical.
In the medical. Okay, so it has something to teach actually. That's good. Yeah, well, I guess this will be our next project on the next stream. What do you guys think?
That sounds good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we can all pop out the medical.
Right, we have two options for the medical, so just keep it on the side.
I went to my buddy lent me, or he was going to lend me the M4, and it was late at night, so he ended up grabbing a biaxial instead. So I played with the biaxial anyways, but I came home and I was like, oh man, that's not the M4. So I think he might come by tonight. Actually, we'll swap that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
There you go.
All right, so I need some more coffee, so I'm gonna get off the stream.
Yep, beautiful. I think we're going to wrap it up for everybody here. So,
Sounds good.
Chevy, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. It's always good picking with you, good talking with you, and I appreciate it. Wolfgang, I greatly appreciate you coming on as well. I'm so glad that you got that lock open, and congratulations, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, and I enjoyed being on the stream, and thank you for the invitation.
Yep, I appreciate it, and thanks a lot, guys, for coming. Thanks to everybody else who showed up in the stream. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see who's left. Nola Southpaw, thanks for coming as always. You're a pillar keeping my stream afloat. Samu Sushi, I think you're gone already. Appreciate it. American Picker, awesome. Thanks for coming, man. I didn't notice you before. You must have been in the background. GK Man, thanks for coming. Stu, obviously, thanks you for coming as well. I appreciate it. Keeping my chat safe. Bumpy Bones, say a quick thank you to him for coming and hanging out and picking with us. Is there anybody else that I missed? I don't think so. I think everybody else is gone. Ryan Fitz, thanks for coming. Appreciate it, buddy. American Picker, he says he said he's quiet. Let that be the last parting message. So don't be quiet, man. Talk to us. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful night. I'll see you on Sunday for when I put in pin number 5 into this here Pacloff 98 Pro. So we'll be
nice.
most of the way there. So hopefully there's some people coming along, and we can get some opens for some guys. And then I'll see you here next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Rock Out with Your Lockout. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you, Wolfgang. See you,
Goodbye.
Ray.
See you guys.
Bye-bye, guys. Catch you later.